Okay, folks, we're going to start this thing. I'm here on the far side of the soccer field that we ended this thing with last time, so we're going to start it from here. And this is part two of the trail here. It's part of the Lonesome Pine, folks, what it is. Just another one of those trails are of it, but you know, it's got some interesting stuff to it, so let's go. They actually have one of these midpoint parking spots that you can do. You don't have to start at the very beginning of it. You can start at the midpoint here, but just thought I'd show you that real quick. Right here's a crossover to get over to that, and again, there's no motor vehicles allowed on it. Mainly what I'm after, folks, on this video here after talking to people, I'm after the faces that were carved in the trees that that woman was talking about yesterday. Okay? You're a woodpecker here, guys. This is a lovely, beautiful Victorian home right here. I don't know who it belongs to. But it's the kind of home, you know, that you would see in Southwest Virginia. It's just got a lovely appeal to it. Whoever it belongs to, they take very good care of it. They maintain it. Very beautiful, very nostalgic looking. It's got that beautiful Victorian look to it, just like many of these homes in Virginia does. And if you notice, it's brick over on this side. I don't know why they've not taken down what they've taken down. They've got an old Ford tractor there too. That's really a lovely setup too. Look at that, how pretty that little Ford tractor is. Somebody's redid that little Ford tractor nicely, haven't they? But it's brick, and then he's made an extension of it over here. And he's made it out of the wood, the redwood. And he's put the tin roof on it. It's a very, very nice looking little place. You can see the swans over there. It's this is a pure pleasure of the scenic trail. It looks nice. See the swans? They've got the brick swans, and then they've got the cross at the top of the end of the house here. So they're probably, you know, of the Christian faith. And you can see the pretty dogwoods that's through here through the trail. As I've tried to tell you folks before, this is dogwood winter, you know. And you can see the dogwoods are in full bloom, and dogwood winters lasted a while this year. Well, look at this. I didn't know we was going to come up on this. I have really no idea what this is. This is all interesting. The flags and Jesus Christ and the Lord thy God. This is a special treat. Let's take a look here. And again, folks, I don't know what this is. I would give you a closer look at it, but you know, it's obviously private. And so, you can see it. You got the rebel flag up, the flag of Big Stone, Virginia flag, U.S. flag. And over here is an altar with Christ's prayer to it. Very nice looking. It must undoubtedly belong to the people over here that has the nice, pretty, nostalgic home. As you can see, then you got the Virgin Mary right here at the entrance over here going to their house. You have an angel right there. You have another angel, two more angels behind Jesus. Jesus with his arms wide open. Two more angels over that way. And then, of course, you have Jesus kneeling at the altar. And a pretty field back in behind this place. And then you have tons of more dogwoods down this way. Now, I don't know why they've kept these reefs up and everything else. Maybe they like them. I don't know, but I'm sure it's on purpose. That this is the what they call the pasture field. I tell you what, I don't know if they would want me to do this or not, but I may sneak in here and just take a look at what they have. I'm not going far, though. I'm going to let you see the statues up close. But you can see the statue of Jesus. See that? It's beautiful, isn't it? You get a little bit closer. You see? And then you have the statue over here. This is the Burchett family, Margaret and David's Burchett. And I didn't notice it, but down at the bottom you got the Statue of Liberty all the way down there. And I'm not going down there, folks, because this is private property. I'm sure they don't want me to invade much, but I thought I would capture that little picture for you. And there's entrance to another person's home here. I'm sure they're probably of the same family. Nice little white picket fence, isn't it? This is really nice for this little scenic view. It really is. We'll take a look at their place over here. They've got dogwoods up. As you can see, all the dogwoods are in bloom, folks, here in Virginia. But this is really pretty little homes, you know, real colonial looking like for Virginia, you know. But we will continue on the route here, folks. I don't want the video to be too lengthy. Okay, folks, we got a little connection bridge right here that's part of the Powell River, and I'm also going to give you a little view of the mountains right here. You really start getting an appreciation, folks, for just what you see down here in Big Stone Gap. It's really a beautiful place, the Big Stone Gap Valley is. And we'll take a little look on this bridge for a moment. It looks pretty sturdy. It's made out of metal. Looks like it's been maintained. There's no holes or nothing in it, so I'm assuming that it's good to go. And so I'll take a little look at it. It's a connector bridge. It goes over here into some private homes. So I'm only going to go midway, you see. But as you can see, I'm on the bridge. And there's the river, you know, Powell River. And you can obviously tell it's springtime here. And you got a really beautiful look of the mountains from here. So let's continue on with our journey. You do have various points, folks, that you can throw your garbage away and, you know, take care of your dog waste and so forth. And so please don't litter along this way. I hate to see things littered up. And they even have, I think, a area or two you can use the bathroom, too, if you need to. We have some beautiful water scenic trails along this way, folks, as you can see right here, especially in the spring of the year when you got all this stuff budding. By the way, it's cold. It's cold. But you can see right here, it's really very beautiful here. Folks, if, there's a little bit of trash right there, man, I hate to see that. But if I have the time, I don't know what's going to happen. It's all day by day with me. If I have the time, I may go to the Guest River Gorge where I'm from and film the Guest River Gorge. You people would really like that one. Of course, this is beautiful too. But where I'm talking about is far from civilization, folks. But we'll see. Now, let's continue. Boy, I'll tell you what, I don't know if anybody's tried it out or not, but this would be some real trout waters to fish in right here. I don't know who's been here, who's not. There's a path that's going down to it, but this is perfect, man. If I had a reeling rod, I'd definitely fish it. It's got the right depth to it. Got the right look to it. Oh, it's beautiful. The only thing I hate to see, folks, is some of this garbage that you see like it's in the trees. Let me give you an example, like you got some garbage right there. But you can also see some of the garbage. It's strung up in the trees like way out through there. What happens is the river gets up whenever that it rains a whole lot. And then when the river recedes, why, it's in the branches, you see. Right here's a pretty good deep spot. Yeah, if it's about 5 feet deep in there, which is pretty good for a little river this size, you know. Some people may consider this a creek even. It's kind of in between a creek and a river. Guest River's a little bigger than this most of the time, but that would be a beautiful spot to fish, man. It would. I guarantee you I could catch some fish if I had a fishing boat. Just don't have one, folks. Don't have much of anything right now. All right, let's continue on. Yeah, here we have another little bridge, guys. I'm not going to go across this one, but I want to film it. It's got a 9-foot clearance on it, but there's no motor vehicles allowed on it, you see. Might want to watch your head if you had a big, tall horse, maybe. Well, I don't even know if horses are allowed on here. But, you know, you can see the bridge. Probably a pretty good old bridge. It's made out of stone. They probably redone it. It probably was wood back in the colonial days. And what they done was they kept the stone structure right here intact. And they probably tore the wood structure off and they rebuilt it with a metal structure and fabricated it. That's probably what has happened, because I can guarantee you these pillars right here like this, and definitely, well, these probably not as old, But I guarantee you most definitely that these here, which are made out of individual stone, you know, this is made old right here. This is how the castles of old used to be made right here. This was probably back in the 1800s. This original stone foundation here for this pillar. And they've, like I said, they've taken the bridge and they've tore it down when it was wooden, and they have restructured that bridge to metal. That's what they've done. So the oldest thing to this whole thing is these individual stone pillars. And then probably these over here that are smooth was probably built 30 years ago, 20 years ago. These right here probably back in the 1800s. So let's proceed. SOS, Save Our Streams. The water quality monitoring takes place in this area. SOS is a volunteer-run program that works to monitor the water quality in various streams, including sections of the Powell River. The program collects critical data on the health of streams by monitoring invertebrate life forms in the water. To get involved in activities or to learn more, visit the SOS website at www.sosvirginia.com. Helps make a difference in your backyard. So they, you know, regularly monitor this and take samples of it and see what's in the water, you know, send it off to a lab quite frequently. And that's good. It maintains the water quality. There's a split off right here that crosses the road. But I'm going to maintain this one because it has the park marking trail on it, and it goes across the road, folks. Right here, you see. This one up here says the Jesse Leah RV Park and Campground. And so I'm assuming that that will dead end at that campground over there. And this one has the mark of the trail, you see. So I'm going to stay on this. I think common sense pretty much tells me this is the trail. And it crosses the main road here. And again, too, it has the markers on the opposite side of the road right here. And it has the sign right here, of course. Welcome to the historic Big Stone Gap on the Trail of the Lonesome Pine. So I told you this was one of those trails that is on the Lonesome Pine Trail. And again, always follow the markers when you're going along. This is for a park right here on the other side. Always follow the marker trails. You see them here. Carries you out on the marker. And like I tried to tell you before, you can see trash cans ahead and you can see bathroom facilities. So you have that while you're on the trail. So if you stop at this little park and you cross the road here, think, you know, am I going to have to go to the restroom some point in time, because it's quite a ways out here to this and you may not see another one for a while. Also, to let you know this real quick too, folks, if you want to come out to this trail, that they do have one of these facilities here that's designed for the handicap. And so I don't see anything that would inhibit the handicap either from doing this trail. It's pretty flat. And while we're at it right here, this looks like a baseball field that you come up on here too, or at least a practice field for their baseball. I can see that you got the diamond and everything, and of course you got the screen keeping the ball in play to keep it up from going over into the road. So this is definitely baseball, and it gives you a good view of the mountains from here too, and this big home that somebody's built up here way up on top of the mountain. Yeah, very beautiful. So we will proceed. Right here is a brickway that starts out this way, folks, and as you can see, you got some really artistical people here. I don't know if this was done, this can't be done by somebody with spray paint cans. There's no way they did this on purpose. Yeah, they have. I said to myself, these people with spray paint cans are good, but I don't think they're hardly this good. Well, you never can tell. Union High Art of 2019. And you've got the fish, Big Stone Gap trout mural. This is a trout mural, folks. We're underneath the bridge right here. And so you can see the trout just keeps getting bigger as you go underneath it. You can hear the vehicles from underneath. They really did some artistical work on this one, didn't they? Let's see over here. You can see the RV park over here we were talking about earlier. And I'm assuming that's the Virginia Wholesale Company. I'm assuming that's probably the main office for this thing now. It's probably just a sign. Not actually a wholesale company anymore, it's just a sign. But you can see this, and we'll go over here and look at this big picture too. And this is a brickway right here that goes to this. It's another extension that goes out to the RV park. But you can see it, the brickway. And right over here is the great big artistical painting they did. See that? At first when I run up on it, I thought to myself, this has been somebody with a spray paint can. No, this has not been somebody with a spray paint can. They'd have to have a heck of a lot of spray paint and a heck of a lot of talent, when some of those dudes do, but this has been done by the town folks on purpose. I'm 100% sure of it. But anyway, this is something nice to see, and this is along the trail of the Powell Valley River, you see. There goes the Powell Valley River down that way. And so we'll proceed on. We're finding some decent stuff. It was a surprise to me. I never knew this was out here. Okay, now I don't understand exactly how this goes, because I told you folks I was raised 20 miles from here. I don't know. You've got one river that's coming from this direction that flows into this other river here that's the Powell River, and it's making it a lot bigger, and you can see a crane taking off out there. I don't know exactly how this whole thing works. I'm not going to pretend to know. But it makes it definitely bigger as you go out that way, and you can see this is a trout stream over there. And let's see here. We've got the environmental impact of industry and development on the Powell River. The Powell River has always been important to human life. It has been used as a transportation network, a source of food and water, and a power source. Big Stone Gap was built here partly because of the convenient abundance of usable water. Well, I can see that. And in the 1880s, Big Stone Gap became a center of regional development due to coke furnaces, a steel plant, a tannery, a brickyard, and a coal industry development. The Powell River was central to all these industries. The same industries that made Big Stone Gap a booming center of development also had a strongly negative impact upon the Powell River due to a variety of pollutants, which that's understandable. That's happened in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and a lot of other places, folks. The river is no longer a healthy home for plants, fish, and animals. Human usage of the river has been impacted. Fishing and swimming activities are limited without human intervention, for local environment will continue to deteriorate. Well, they have changed a lot of that, and I have faith that a lot of that has been changed and will continue to be changed. And so this is kind of an old sign, and they have went in that direction, and that's a good thing. But let's continue on. Now, I don't know why they put this here, but I'll show it to you. It's the black cherry, which this is that tree right here. Big black cherry tree. You won't find that kind of thing. You won't find that kind of thing. Where else? A black cherry, the Prunus serratina, tree with tall trunk, oblong crown, and abundant small white flowers, and small black cherries. The height is 80 feet, and the diameter is 2 feet thick through it. That's 24 inches. Bark dark gray, smooth with horizontal lines, becoming irregularly fissured and scaly. Yeah, that's what they do. And as you can see, it's got the vines growing up it and the poison oak even, so. But let's proceed. Now, this is the sycamore, the Plantus occidentalis, one of the largest eastern hardwoods. Large base, large crooked branches to an open crown. The height of this tree is 60 to 100 feet. So in other words, it's varied. Maybe the top of it broke out. I don't know. The diameter 2 to 4 feet at various points, and the bark is smooth, whitish, and mottled. And so you can see this is a big sycamore. My grandpa used to call these sycamores, and I don't know, it's an old saying, folks. He used to call it the skimmy bark tree. And the reason why the old people would call it the skimmy bark tree is because at different various places the bark skimmied off of it, I guess. And as you can see, that's what happens to them. This is a big tree, folks. And somebody's put their, I don't know what they put there. They put little bands for their hair or something there, but this is a big tree. This is a really, really big sycamore. I can see why that they kind of wanted to, you know, take a look at this. This son of a gun is really, really, really big to be a sycamore. That's about the size of what an oak tree would be, but let's move on. You have various points along the 3-mile journey that you can rest. And, you know, of course you can throw your garbage away. Just letting you know that. Look at this, what a tree, folks. This is a big one. Really, really big. And this is the northern red oak, you know. Large tree with round crown of stout, spreading branches, height 60 to 90 feet diameter. 1 to 2.5 feet thick through it. So it's 12 inches to around 32 inches through, 30 inches through. Bark, dark gray and blackish, rough, furrowed into scaly ridges. And that is a big son of a gun. You're going to see a lot of trees like this along the trail, you know. Let's move along. I don't want to make the video too lengthy, guys, but I want to show you all the things about it along the 3-mile trail. Here's a big birch tree, guys. It's not marked like those other trees, but you know what's so fascinating about this tree? It's not dead anywhere. It's coming out everywhere, and the heart of the tree has been hollowed out totally. That's really amazing to me, because once a tree gets hollowed out like this, most of the time, it's not going to grow like this. It's going to die. And I don't want to get down here and just absolutely kill myself. But as you can see, it's hollow. It's literally living along the edges of the bark, and it's got the branches here are all coming out. So, you know, that's amazing. Some of this stuff along the way, folks, is just beautiful scenic routes in general. It's just really, really pretty stuff. Pretty woods for the spring of the year, and it's just nice to see some of this. Hey, how we doing today?
How's it going, boy?
I run a YouTube channel, and I'm doing a complete little thing over 2 documentaries of this whole entire walkway, you know, of the Lonesome Pine Trail, which is called what? I forgot what it's called. It starts with a W. Oh, well, I'll end the video with it right there. But are you a native of Big Stone?
I am.
Do you normally walk this trail?
I do.
Yeah. I had actually forgotten there for a moment what it was called.
Lord,
But,
I can't.
it's at the front of it. It's one of the Lonesome Pine Trails here, but my mind has just slipped me for the time being. I know what it is. But anyway, I just thought I'd give you a shout real quick. Do you walk this regular?
I do walk it, and the one in Appalachia.
And the one in Appalachia, okay. All right. What is this sand bed that you see right here? What was that at one point in time?
I would say just what you see. They just got out in there with equipment and done a number of, just kind of cleared it out.
Okay, well,
it was just more or less a river.
I had thought that between this and seeing this creek going across here and everything, probably at one point in time, the Army Corps of Engineers has been in here.
Well, they could have.
Yeah, I'd say they have been.
I know
most of the time when you map out stuff like this and, you know, the trail like this along with the river, and then you got an extension that was made here with equipment, you've had the Army Corps of Engineers
they made
in here.
that sort of a cross-country part of the cross-country running trail. And the reason they cleared all that out.
All right.
And they climbed that bank yonder, so that's the reason you see that bank all lead out there.
Oh, okay. Who climbs that bank? Just different people?
Well, when they have that about every weekend, that cross-country thing.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Okay, I went over my head a minute ago. You've got a cross-country run here.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's three.
Grandson, part of it. He runs cross-country in high school.
Yeah, I did too, but I don't think I ever ran this one. I did the one up in Wise.
I think it's more or less a practice trail.
Yeah, okay. All right.
They normally, I think, do their run at Wise and different places. They just practice more or less down here. Now, the ones that just are part of whatever they call it, they just got a team of runners, not even in school at all, different ages.
Yeah, I got you.
group you are, you could be
I
a
got
part
you.
of it and run it.
How much longer have I got before I end the trail from right here?
Well, actually, after you get past the park, at one time ended the trail. Now it goes all the way up into Big Stone.
Well, where is where's the
Probably a
faces
quarter
that's
of a
on the
mile.
side of the trees? Somebody said something about faces carved in the
Oh,
trees.
now that's up this way.
Well, I missed it somehow.
Yeah, it's up this way where the trailer park. They rent spaces for trailers to park over.
So in other words, I needed to go over toward the campers where they were.
When you get to where, the reason I use that for a pinpoint, a landmark there, when you get to where you see those campers across the creek, look over on your left, and there's one tree actually right on the edge of the trail with a face, and there's several over on the left.
I just missed it. How far is it from right here? Not far?
You're probably looking at, I guess, maybe 3/4 of a mile.
Yeah, I missed it. Oh, well, I'll just have to exclude it, miss. Maybe I'll come down here one day and put them on just for a video.
When you see those campers, you'll begin to see
I seen where that crossover is, but I guess I looked at the campers more than I did around there. Okay.
It's beautiful over there. It will sort of catch your attention.
All right, I'll do that on a separate video.
That little area is where they are.
Okay, all right. Have you a good one, brother.
You have a good day.
Good talking to you. What I'll do is, folks, is whenever I end this video, if possible, I'll come back down here one day and I'll do those faces. I just missed them. There's so much to see, you know, if you don't really know what to look for, you know. But we've got some good stuff on this video, and maybe I'll put that separate. I'll try my best to, okay? All right, let's keep going. Okay, we are here at the main ball field, folks, and the trail ends just on the other side over there at the park. So, what I'm going to do is, if my mind don't change, I'm just going to backtrack to get out of here instead of making a circle for you guys to try to catch those faces. I tell you, man, I hate I missed that. I want it in this video. All right, we'll do that. I'll do it for you guys. Boy, it's cold out here, though. All right. Okay, folks. I walked all the way back up here 3/4 of a mile. What it is, this loop that comes out here that I bypassed, that I thought was just coming out here to the campground, it's the one that actually had these. Look at this. This is something, isn't it? I mean, whoever done that really done some kind of work. Yeah, they did. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is in a birch tree. But look at that. That's something. It really is. We got 3 of them, and I'm going to take you around all 3 of them, okay? Because this was the highlight of what we wanted to see. Now, if I kept on around the trail back here a minute ago, it would have went all the way around into town. I asked the guy here a minute ago, is there anything to see past the football field? And he said no. He said what that does is it just simply goes into town and you're just around buildings. So really, right there where the football field is basically ends the nature trail of this. I mean, we could have went out there and looked at the town, but who wants to look at the town? This is a nature video, okay? So let's go on. My goal was 30 minutes on this, folks, and that's about what I've done. That's why I don't want to make it no more lengthy than this, because sometimes they won't download. But here's another one. Here's that second one. And this is off the beaten path pretty good. So if you come out here, you have to go over to the RV place, and then you have to go to the bypass that goes around this. And then you have to actually look over into, over into here, because right here's the trail. And this is the bypass trail now. This is not the main one. So we're well off the trail here, you see. So there's the second one. And my goal of, it looks like my goal of 30 minutes is going to be achieved on this. All right, there you go. We'll go to the third one. Folks, this is actually the best one right here. And it's intact very well. So I'm going to give you a real good shot of it. Here it is. Look at that, man. Somebody really did some kind of job on that, didn't it? And this is going to conclude my my video. Sorry that I had forgot the name of the trail there for a little bit, but I picked up on it again later there. This was done in a dead tree too. But I appreciate you watching my videos. Remember, I got several subscribers on the others. I can't get into them. Subscribe to my channel. I bust my butt for you guys, man. I walked 5 miles today to do this, to give you all the aspects of this scenic trail. So this is going to conclude part 2, and I hope you enjoyed this. We may try to do something with the Guest River Gorge down in my neck of the woods. I make no promises though, guys. My whole life is just day to day. I don't live an ordinary life like other people do. It's quite different for many different reasons, and a lot of times I don't bring it on either. It just comes. So a lot of persecution comes in my life, folks. It does. So thank you for watching my video, and I hope that you enjoyed it. It was for you. I walked 5 miles today to do this for you guys. I don't get any money out of YouTube, guys. Never have. God bless you, each and every one of you. Keep Jesus Christ in your life. He is the only thing, folks, that I live for in the days we are in. God bless you. Have a good day.